Welcome to WBS. I would like to explain about Maki Zemi, our activity, which focuses on innovation and entrepreneurship. In 1997, there was a chess game between IBM's Deep Blue and the champion of the human being gallery, and the IBM Deep Blue won the chess game. From this moment, the strongest chess player became no longer human being, but AI, the supercomputer. And as you know, there are so many research streams on AI that many of the jobs will be replaced by AI in the future. That means in AI era, after you get MBA, there's job offer for you after getting MBA. I have one question I want you to think about. If you had the freedom to form a team to play chess, what would be the strongest team composition? So you can form any team. Today, think about a little bit. What would be the composition for the strongest team? According to MIT professor Eric Brynjolfsson, he says that the best chess player in the world today is not computer or the human being, but a team of humans and computers working together. That says that skills of AI and the skills of human beings are the complements, not the substitutes. It's not the competition between AI and human being, but the competition between the people who are good at using AI and who's not good at using AI. That means skills to use technology is becoming a critical factor as an MBA holder than ever before. In our Zemi, Innovation and Entrepreneurship, we will cover the variety of topics related to creating a new business using science and technology. Throughout Zemi, we will explore the mechanism of innovation and entrepreneurship based on the cutting-edge case studies. In particular, you will learn the knowledge and skills to create new business using technology. And I believe that traditional MBA style class is not enough for the future-ready MBA holders. We will seek new way of learning using technology. Let me briefly explain about my background. I'm currently an associate professor at Waseda Business School. And at the same time, I teach at UC San Diego during the summertime as a visiting associate professor there. And I teach like innovation and entrepreneurship there. So I'm one of the very rare professors that teach both in Japan and the US at the same time. And before joining the WBS, I was at Stanford for doing a research of ecosystem and startups in Silicon Valley. Then before that, I was at UC San Diego as a PhD student where I got my PhD in management. And prior to that, I was in Japan and I was at Keio University to create an ecosystem of startups and supporting startups. So as you can see, I have both the experience in Japan and the US, both the academic experience as well as a practical experience supporting startups. This is my research portfolio. All of my research papers fall into three categories. First one is the institutional design of university to promote innovation. So I'm always interested in how to make a university to promote startups. Second topic is about the strategy and management for startups. So I look at the startup itself to see what is a success factor for that. Then another topic is a star scientist, who is a very high performing scientist who's also good at starting businesses. So these are my three major topics. And in general, my research is about the science of innovation and entrepreneurship, technology management, and so on. Okay. Then let me see. This is my uniqueness, how I differentiate myself among WBS faculty members. I am one of the youngest professors at WBS, which means I'm pretty much close to students. I'm active, and I have a network with a younger generation in Japan. Currently, I'm teaching both in Japan and the US, which means I'm part of the global brain circulation as you are, as an international student coming to Japan. Then I was trained in the US. So I think I'm relatively fluent in speaking in English, even though I have the accent. I think, my English is good enough to teach in English. Then I'm a technology geek, technology lover. So you will experience many new technologies like drone, virtual reality, genome, 3D printer, etc. And I also host a Zemi both for the IMBA student as well as the evening programs, which means that helps providing you a network with Japanese colleagues. That's, I think, very important for your career. Then I'm the background is academic. So I have academic knowledge. I can provide you knowledge that can be used in your practice for decades. So that's how I differentiate about myself. And I believe Zemi is the most important component for you at WBS. So I also teach in the US. I can say that when I compare MBA programs with other countries, definitely our competitive advantage of WBS is the existence of Zemi. Usually in MBA programs in other countries, the center pillar of a program is regular classes. This helps to create network among students, but there's a distance with professors always. WBS Zemi system makes, so all students must belong to Zemi. This makes a distance between student and professors significantly small. In other words, professors can provide a tailor-made program for individual students. What you've learned at Zemi in the Zemi will be the center pillar of your learning experience at WBS. When you graduate, you can explain your profession based on what you've learned from Zemi. MBA is more for general, right? Zemi will be the core of what you've learned. And also, professors are responsible for individual students' learning experience. This is a great system to enhance MBA learning experience for you. And the uniqueness of our Zemi, I will help you to expand your business network, to expand your career opportunities. I believe that value of MBA is not only about knowledge you will learn, but the human network you will make during MBA. We will conduct joint session with Japanese evening program students as well. And I believe that communicating and collaborating with Japanese students is the most essential component of WBS for you, and which our Zemi will provide. We will have a study trip and company visits to learn, for you to learn more about the Japanese innovation and entrepreneurship. We will invite guest speakers for you to learn about cutting edge case studies, as well as expand your network. These are the topics we cover, and these are topics of some of my students compose the master thesis. So it's a wide variety of topics: technology and business model, accelerators, incubators, innovation at large firm, how to create a new business, education in using new technology, design thinking, or how can you manage startups, fintech, IT and workplace, and a particular innovation and entrepreneurship in Japan, and so on. So if you fit with any of these topics, you are good fit to our Zemi. Some of you may worry about master thesis, but any topics related to innovation and entrepreneurship would be fine. Or choose a topic that you'd be passionate. If it's related to technology or innovation or entrepreneurship, and that means almost all the topics right now fits our Zemi. And I will help you to connect with academic methods to make it as a thesis. So you don't have to worry about it. All you need is to have a passion about what you want to study and pursue as your topic. So the selection process of Zemi. Usually our Zemi, we don't get oversubscribed. So you don't worry about that. But I consider the diversity of Zemi's students' background expertise. And any of the students with our Zemi is that interested in science and technology, or new business, startups, or academic research, or innovations and entrepreneurship in Japan. So the class procedure, we have case discussions, lectures by guest speakers, presentation by student, or some projects. And for the case discussion, we cover like a new science and technology related companies we study together. And I will ask students to present. We invite variety of guest speakers. Venture capitalists in Silicon Valley, or like venture capitalists in Japan, entrepreneurs, like a staff from World Bank, because some of you are interested in like a social issues globally. Manager of Japanese firms, government officials who deal with like a policy of like innovation and entrepreneurship, or like a headhunter, career consultant from Silicon Valley, researchers of Shenzhen, professor from Silicon Valley, professor from the technology field, and so on. So I think these, guest speakers are a great opportunity for you to, expand your network. Also, we have lots of workshops in our Zemi. How, big data is becoming very important. So how do you deal with, analyzing a data? You will learn in our Zemi. Or like how you use a 3D printing machine, or like how you operate drones. All of these. Also, we learn like AI. How can we use AI in practice? So all of these workshops helps you to get into use the cutting edge technologies, which is critical factor as MBA holders nowadays. We also do lots of design thinking workshop. So we ask you to come up with idea of new business, as well as how can we connect technology to business application using design thinking. So that's also you will experience a lot. Then, in this situation, we use some students are in Japan, some students are in abroad. So we use a high flex type of Zemi, and we are using online Zemi. So we connect classroom and people in abroad, and we use lots. So our Zemi focuses on technology, which means we are innovating how we operate Zemi as well. So I think we are one of the cutting edge Zemi using like a high flex environment for you to learn. Mixers with outside. With evening Zemi student, we have lots of joint sessions or going to like a dinner together with evening Zemi student, or like other Zemi members from other Zemi at WBS, other MBA program students. We try to make you mingle you with many people, and that's very important for your career. Master thesis, we do have lots of master, everybody writes master thesis, and don't worry too much about it. I will be happy to help you. And I don't really care if it's a very high quality of the in terms of academic. What's more important is to get passionate and makes that as your learning experience. That's more important for your future. But by the way, one of my students, Ramesh, received the ERS Student Paper Award, which is one of the best awards of that, the class. So that explains the quality of, some of the papers of our Zemi members. Then we also have company visits. 2018, we went to Google. 2019, we went to Rakuten and Shiseido. So I will try to take you to like some company visits or for you to learn about the Japanese companies. Then also, we had the sightseeing going to Kamakura together in 2020. COVID situation sometimes makes us difficult to go some outside, but I really wanted to use, keep doing what we have been doing before COVID, and go sightseeing to somewhere, in Japan. It's very important experience for you and good way to mingle with Japanese student and international student. So Kamakura was, one of the places we went. Then we will have like a study tours going in Japan. I think just staying in Tokyo is not enough for you to experience Japan. So in 2018, jointly with Asaba Zemi, we went to Nakatsugawa. In 2019, joint with Osanai Zemi, we went to Oita. In 2020, even in a COVID situation with Asaba Zemi, we went to Tsuruoka, where the science startup cluster is emerging right now. So you will have this kind of opportunity to go and study together. In 2019, we went Japanese student and international student jointly went to study tour abroad to Shenzhen, and going to outside of Japan is also good experience for you. One thing I want to mention is that our Zemi members are pretty much diverse. These are like members where they come from. Of course, Japan is one because we have Japanese students. But besides that, China, South Korea, Taiwan, Sri Lanka, Uganda, Algeria, France, USA, and Argentina. So this really explains the diverse background of the students. And I'm sure you will learn a lot from the difference or different perspective from other students. And that's it. This is the end of my explanation. And I would like to say that our Zemi is to our fellows who wish today would be the day to carry out the things we couldn't achieve yesterday. We always try to do something new. And I would like to welcome the students who likes this mission. Thank you very much.